Hello, Leon here from backintelligence.com, where we help people correct their postures from home as well as help them ease their back pain. And today I have 5 things that you need to do if you get a muscle spasm or a muscle strain or you pulled your muscles. There's so many terms for the same thing, but basically you have some pain, it's inflamed, the area is inflamed, and you just can't do anything, so your muscle spasms. So first of all, what does that mean when your muscle spasms? Well, normally it's your body trying to protect you. So let's say you lifted a fridge. This happened to me last winter, not this winter. I lifted a fridge, and instead of using, the proper posture and form that I should know about, I still did pretty good job of using good form, but the fridge was way too heavy. And so what I did is when I couldn't, use my legs and my core and I couldn't stabilize myself, I kind of started lifting from my back, all right? And I pulled my back and my glute medius, which is basically your low back area. And I couldn't do anything for about a week and a half. I really couldn't do anything, and I was actively treating it. I'm always interested about how can I get rid of this pain as fast as possible. And so I'm going to tell you 5 things that I recommend you do and that I did. And so within about a week and a half, I was able to get back to my normal activities and my normal life. Now, for some people, it might take longer. It could take 3-4 weeks or so. It depends on what kind of a strain it is and how bad you really pulled your muscle and how bad that muscle spasms. So again, a muscle spasm is basically your body is coming in to help you out and kind of, it senses that you're doing something that you don't have the strength for, or you pulled your body in such a way where you basically tear little fibers of the muscle. And so when that happens, your body goes into boom, protection mode, guarding mode. So another term that's used is muscle guarding. So that's really what happened. The area gets inflamed. There's a little bit of a tear of a muscle or a big tear, depending on what it is. And so your body goes into protection mode, and it kind of spasms that muscle, maybe some other muscles around it as well, so that you stop doing that activity. It's your body basically telling you, don't do that thing, all right? So that's what happens. So how do we treat this condition when it does happen? Well, what you want to do is, firstly, just take 1 or 2 days where you're just icing the area. So you're gonna do a lot of bed rest. You won't be able to walk, so you'll be sitting around watching a lot of Netflix. That should really be the first thing you should be doing. Just watch Netflix. Now, so watch Netflix and ice the area. Okay? So icing is really good for you in that acute initial stage where you just pull that muscle and you got that spasm. That's when you want to start icing it. And you can ice for 48 hours, 72 hours, so about 2-3 days. I would keep icing it. And we've done a video with Dr. Oliver where he talked about icing versus heat therapy. You can find that video on our YouTube channel, or there's going to be a link to it somewhere here. Basically, you can see how he explains it, that icing is really much better for you at this stage. You do not want to use heat at this stage, okay? And you only want to put the ice on for about 15-20 minutes at a time throughout the day. So that's going to kind of reduce some of that initial inflammation, okay? That's why you're doing the icing, okay? After about a couple of days, or maybe 3 days, then you can start doing some self-massage or get a regular massage. But you don't want to dig into the area really hard and go hardcore into that muscle. What you want to do is, let's say it's your glute medius, which is right here. What you want to do is you can put the ball, get a massage ball, and just put it around that area to kind of release, because it's not just the glute medius that's going to contract and spasm. It's most likely the other muscles around the area as well. So you put the ball around it, try to find a spot, hold it for about 30 seconds, move the ball around, find another spot, And that way, you're going to be releasing that area as a whole and hopefully getting some relief. You should feel relief right after you do self-massage, but you don't want to dig in too hard at this stage because, again, that's not, your body's not ready for that yet, okay? So your body has to go through this healing process, okay? And so basically, two first days, icing. Then on the third, fourth day, fifth day, do some self-massage. And I would already also from the third or fourth day, do some light stretching and some dynamic stretching. Some movement in that area can be good. Don't recommend that you necessarily, do super crazy static stretches because your muscle fibers have been torn. So most likely it's better for you to do some dynamic stretching. So like cat-cow kinds of movements where you're going in and out of the stretch instead of holding a stretch for a long time because that could make it even worse. So you want to be careful with too much stretching in that period of time. I would say more dynamic movement type stretching. Then after that, you can go into some exercising, okay? So you could do some core exercises, you could do some postural exercises. Again, nothing too intense, but the idea is that what you will be doing essentially is signaling to your brain that, oh, my body's fine, especially when you start doing some core exercising. Your body's going to be like, oh, he has other muscles working, so perhaps the brain will tell your nervous system to relax because, oh, the body is okay, it's working fine. So yeah, and you can also exercise around that area. But again, you don't want to do anything too strenuous at this point. We don't recommend it. So that was the fourth thing. So actually, let's recap. So we have icing, self-massage, stretching, dynamic stretching, and some exercising. And when I say exercising, I'm talking about strengthening exercises. Next, the fifth thing that you could do is make sure that you're keeping a really good posture, okay, and good form when you're bending down, when you're picking things up, when you're sitting, when you're laying in bed, when you're lying on the couch. Just put a pillow on your low back, okay? That's going to put you in a better neutral position. If you have to do some work and you still have to sit at a desk, make sure your workstation is set up ergonomically. And we have a video where where I gave 6 tips for the correct posture at your desk. So you can find it at our YouTube channel as well as on our website. Anyway, posture is crucially important because you don't want to re-injure yourself again, okay? So you just pulled your low back and all of a sudden you're doing some twisting, contorting motion. That's not good for you. Even without any weight, it's not good for you. So make sure you're practicing good posture all the time. So again, you have all those 5 things that I'd recommend doing. I always recommend starting with the ice and self-massage first and then seeing where the stretching, the exercising fits in. After about 3-4 days. And sometimes you might need a whole week of just icing and self-massage, and that's okay. So you have to listen to your body. That's the most important thing. So again, we don't want to tell you something that's going to injure you, and obviously if it's something really bad, you may want to go speak to a medical professional, your physician, to see if there's any more serious underlying issues going on. If it's a herniated disc, for example, then you probably need to go see someone to diagnose you properly. So again, I recommend trying all of these 5 things in your recovery period. And obviously you want to rest a lot, okay? Make sure you're not, playing sports during this period. Give your body some time. Give it a week, give it 2 weeks to make sure it really recovers so that you can get back to your normal daily activities. So, I hope you enjoyed these recommendations. We have a lot of self-massage, we have a lot of stretching and exercising videos that we've already done on our YouTube channel as well as on our website, so you can check those out. And it really depends where you got this muscle spasm, so that's why I'm not giving any specific things you need to do. But you could look up all the different exercises and stretches for that specific area. All right, we hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give us a like as well as subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos just like this. Also, we'd love to send you 3 posture exercises that we have done with Dr. David Oliver. These are posture exercises aimed at fixing forward head and rounded shoulders. So if you'd like to get those videos, they're completely step-by-step. You can get them at the link that is on this page right here, on this video right here, or down below in the description area. Just go to that page, enter your email, and then we'll send you those exercises right away.